Welcome to the SHT podcast. This podcast is created by superhumans, for superhumans, and anyone else who wants to look, feel, and perform like a freaking badass. Your holistic health journey starts here. Rediscover how we...
Yeah!
Paul, sit your ass down.
What's going on? I'm sitting here with Ashley. This is Ashley's first time on the podcast.
What?
Well, you've had little cameos here and there.
Yeah, one or two.
Right?
You're right.
So I thought it would be good to bring Ashley on because we had an experience at the CrossFit Games. It was me and her and Colby and Yessie, and it was her first time going, and we had a really good time, and we stayed true to all our principles, and I felt like it'd be a good discussion and just kind of recap everything that happened. And Ashley is not scripted at all. She has nothing in front of her, so this is gonna be great. I can't wait.
The freaking CrossFit Games.
The CrossFit Games.
Oh
That's
my
all I
gosh.
heard for months leading up to this. Paul, we're going to the CrossFit Games. I'm like, I know. So happy and excited.
Handstands at the freaking CrossFit Games.
I'm more excited for you than I am myself because she was so excited. You know?
I was so excited. I'm excited now.
I know.
Like, that was such an experience.
I was gonna say, how did it meet up with whatever your expectations were, or what you thought it was gonna be like, or something like that? Like,
Yeah, my mind was blown. Absolutely. It was just so amazing.
so fun, man. Just being there. It reminded me of being at a concert, you know, like I like music festivals, so you're there, you're with other people that are there for the same reason. It's like you bring these people together and you're seeing all these people that you know, or even if you don't know them, man, just their feats are like ridiculous. And then you're in the sun. I love being around people like that, you know.
It was fun to be around so many people who also love CrossFit.
Yeah.
You're all there for the same reason, like
Yep.
you said. It was just so cool to see that many people.
Yep. And all walks, just like in our classes here, like all walks, all sizes, all capacities, veterans, new people, like you could tell it was just like a really, really good mix, but just really, really good people
So
for
cool.
the most part. I don't think you'd ever see a fight break out there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just good people. I was just thinking about that. What's the difference in that and music festivals? Every now and then you get some drunk idiots at music festivals, you know, but it's just like these people are just like all so on the same page, seems like, you know?
I don't think we really saw drunk people either.
I don't think I ever got drunk.
Nah. We were the
It's almost
drunk
impossible
people.
for me too, yeah. Everybody was like, a lot of people are like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was thinking it might be a good idea to kind of go chronologically from prepping to being there to coming home, finishing up some key points, whatever. And so is there anything that you'd like to share about your getting ready process? Getting ready is in like packing and prepping and stuff like that. Is there anything that might be interesting or useful?
No, I'm pretty type A. I always make a list. I don't need a list, but I like writing everything down. Helps me feel more prepared. And then I can cross it off once it's packed and ready.
You also don't miss anything. Like if I don't use a list when I go camping, I always forget something.
Exactly. That's my hope, that I can make a list. I won't forget some small piece, and then my whole trip will be ruined because I forgot underwear, or I forgot a bra,
Right.
or contact
Typical
solution.
problems, yes. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. Yes.
Just helps me feel more prepared. Pretty boring though.
Yeah, that's not boring. I mean, like, what did you do? What was there any? I mean, obviously some thought around food. I don't know, keeping things minimal and stuff like that, or
So
what?
being, a girl, typical girl fashion, I took way too many clothes and way too many shoes.
Oh, yeah. I took a
lots of
bunch of
outfit
shirts.
options. Yeah. But that was good. I was prepared.
Yeah, if you're checking luggage, I don't see anything wrong with that. Like, you
No.
might as well just fill it up.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Use that 50 pounds. The food I wasn't really worried about. I made some bacon, put that in the food saver, and took that with. And then, like, the morning of at the airport, Colby and I got coffee, and that was it. You know, water, coffee, that was really all we needed that whole first day.
Yeah, now, I want to touch on that whole bacon in the luggage thing, because, like, I did that a while back, and then I shared, like me and Colby was like, yeah, you can really do this, and then we do it, right? So it's like, I think some people would think it sounds bizarre to pack bacon, and then there's a concern like, wouldn't it go bad or something like that? So we vacuum seal it. But my experience with bacon is that bacon, it's almost like cockroaches, so it'll survive anything. So
lasts
it's like
forever.
it lasts for a long time because it's first of all it's already cured, and then you cook it, right? So I just remember when we go on our big camping trips and things like that. We'd go up to Zion National Park on a Friday. We wouldn't come back till Sunday. I'd have bacon in my backpack the whole weekend. I'd have meatballs in my backpack the whole weekend, and it would not make me sick. It wouldn't go, bad, quote unquote bad.
Yeah.
So then if you vacuum seal it, then that adds a level of whatever you want to call it, preservation.
Preserves the freshness.
Yeah, so that's what we did. Yes, absolutely. Like we vacuum sealed a bunch of bacon, yoke rolls, which is our egg casserole made with egg yolks. Was there anything else food wise?
No, you tried to bring bone stock.
I did
on the plane, right?
Oh, that's right.
The morning of you guys left, you had to chug some.
I had it down and all burnt my mouth. So. All right, so my prepping experience is very similar. I just made sure we had the basics. I had a rain jacket. I had long sleeve shirts because I personally don't, I try not to use sunscreen. I'm not saying I don't believe in it. I know some people need it, especially if they're out, in the sun that much. You try to moderate your sun exposure, but I think the best way is, if you need to cover up, is just cover up, So I had some long sleeve shirts and our SHT flag. And then did all the food that I could throw in there. Then I packed my supplements. So I had my daily supplements. We just got out of the strategic supplementation seminar. I had my daily supplements all in little Ziploc bags, packaged individually. I had my cognitive stack thing every day. What else? And then just packed T-shirts and stuff. And then meat snacks. I had a bunch of Epic bars and chomps and liver bites and stuff like that. Did you have any of that stuff?
I didn't, but...
Okay. Well, y'all ate mine.
You shared.
I remember having some in a cup holder back there. Then I got back in. There was a bunch of wrappers. I was like, all right, good.
You shared.
Yeah.
But we went to Whole Foods when we got there too, so
right.
I knew that I could buy anything that I did need.
Yeah. So let's talk about the traveling. You already touched on it. So we did coffee, cream,
water.
That's it.
Fasting. That's all I had. That whole day of travel, did you? I mean, you had bone stock. You chugged before going through security.
I did some bone stock, but in general, fasting or traveling is an opportunity to fast. There's no point to do anything else. That's not a time. No, it's never a time for a Cinnabon, but that's definitely not a time to just be. You're paying just ridiculous amount of money for stuff that's just why just fast.
I agree. Everything at the airports is always so much more expensive.
Even if there's good options,
even if there's good options,
Yep.
It's just easy to fast.
Yep. So me and Yessie led the way. We got there by ourselves, and then we went to Whole Foods and tried to do some shopping for all of us. So we basically we rented an Airbnb. We knew we were going to have a kitchen and a fridge and all that. So Yessie and I went and we just got some ground beef. I was dedicated to getting my marrow because I'm having marrow most days. So I got some marrow bones cut up because we had an oven and stuff there. We got some ground beef and some other little meat options. Got some White Claw. No, we didn't get White Claws yet because my first experience with White Claws at the games. What else? We got water, cream for coffee, a little bit of coffee, butter. That was pretty much it. Meat and some fruit. So we got some berries.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you brought chocolate. What else did you bring?
Yeah.
Your yolk roll.
That was pretty much it. I think Kobe brought some Bobar. We didn't do a whole lot of plant matter, though. We mainly focused on meat because I feel like meat's the most satiating. It just gives you the most bang for buck. It makes you feel great. So it's doable. We got an Airbnb with a kitchen, which is, by the way, cheaper than getting a hotel, and you have more freedom and flexibility, especially if you get your own place that you're not sharing a community living space with. We had basically our own house, our own apartment. It was freaking awesome. So
convenient. It's really the only way to travel. Then you really have no excuse. You are in charge of your food.
Yep.
For real.
Yep. Absolutely.
You're not forced to go out to eat.
Yeah. I think that's what most people... that's a really big takeaway from what we do is when you travel, try to get an Airbnb so that you can have a fridge, have a stove, even if you don't use it.
Right.
You have that freedom and flexibility, and you have no excuse.
It was so nice, too, after the long day to just go back to the house.
Yeah, and watch Terminator.
Yep, yeah, Terminator. And you don't have to worry about anything, your food's there. It's just adds another level, I think, of...
Yeah, we didn't buy anything. We bought no food except for when we went to Whole Foods. That was it. There was no need for it. We just fasted all day, each and every day, and then ate at night,
It was great.
What else? Oh, when I first got there, I didn't mention this because we all kind of do it anyway, but like when you are changing time zones, it's always great to reset your circadian rhythms with your local geographical location to ground, and then to get sun, and of course, we're doing that. I mean, I was barefoot the whole time there, but like we all got a little bit of grounding when we were at the house, outside meditating. So that's a really good way. Like I think if you haven't done that or you don't know the importance of it, it's so beneficial when you travel, especially crossing time zones like that over long distances, to immediately ground. It kind of syncs your body with your local geographical location, especially if you're grounding with the sun out, then your body gets a really clear indication about where you're at on the planet. That's what I believe, and that's what we kind of experience and feel. So
it does help, I feel like, when you travel to be outside in that new environment. Absolutely. It does help your body adjust. I've noticed a huge difference when I do that versus when I don't.
Yep. And there we were. What was the time difference there? Was it 2 or 3 hours?
2 hours.
2 hours,
Yep.
And we still went to bed the same time that we would normally go to bed here. We got up the same time we normally get up here.
Yep.
So nothing really changed. I didn't feel groggy or tired or any of that kind of stuff, man. Slept like a champ.
Yep. It was great. It was great.
Sleeping arrangements were great. Yep.
All right, so what else? Every morning,
We were committed to what?
Meditation.
That's right. We did.
I loved it.
We did a little 3-3-3.
Yeah.
I think it was 3-3-3, or was it a 5-5-5?
We did 5-5-5 the first day I was
okay.
there,
Okay.
Friday morning. But I just love that we did that
Yep.
together. That was great.
Yep, me too. I feel like doing it with others keeps you it makes you more diligent.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And we got this new thing now, and I do it every time now. It's like we settle by doing 3 deep breaths and just like trying to come present, because we're all like caught up in we're about to go, So
Yes, I also do that now. Since the first time you've done it a couple weeks ago, I just pick it up now, and I take 3 just good deep breaths before I get into my meditation.
Yep,
Really
think
helps.
That's always great. Yeah, and did you know? I don't know if I mentioned this. Like that for the one reason we do that is because it settles you. Like you're already probably thinking about something caught up before you start your session. So a few deep breaths, it kind of brings you present. But if you do it with other people, like breathing with other people starts to sync your biorhythms. Like they've even done some studies where they show like pulses and heartbeats start to sync the more that you breathe together. It's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wonder what benefits, like
Yeah, fringe benefits.
fringe?
Fringe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thought you said
fringe.
friend.
No.
Friend
And friend
benefits.
benefits. Yeah. Friend benefits, syncing biorhythms. All right, and then
So during the games, what was that like?
Oh my gosh, that was so crazy.
So great. Let's try to relive that a little bit. So we had some situations on some bleachers. First time it was perfect. Like we had the back row at the very top. We could see all the athletes coming out of their little area, warming
Right.
up.
Behind the park, they were right there. We just looked over
Yeah.
the railing, and
Yeah.
they're all right there.
That
The
was like
teams,
one of the best parts of
athletes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you turn around and you see the whole field right in front of you.
Yep.
So, we were out there for hours each day. That had to be like 5 or 6 hours, maybe, or
At
what do you
least.
think? Yeah.
At least.
Yeah.
Except that last day.
Yeah.
But it was,
Sunny, nice weather, 70s, 80s.
the weather was gorgeous.
Yeah. And I really like what they did there with the free water stations. I don't remember them having that last time I was there, but they had like filtered water stations. So you can go fill up your canteens. They would let you come in with your own snacks and food, which I thought was awesome.
Yeah.
But again, we fasted. We didn't eat shit.
I know. I kind of wish that we looked at prices and the food they were offering a little bit, just for
forgot.
research
I
purposes.
know. That's how much we didn't care. We didn't even look at the price.
That's how much we were just so present.
We were so present, and so like that's not even what we're doing. Yeah, that's so funny. I didn't even look at the price of the
Exactly.
little chicken burrito,
No.
blah blah blahs.
We knew the price of coffee because
Yeah.
we bought some of that coffee, that Wad Slayer,
Oh,
which
yeah, like
was
$10
delicious.
or
It was
$12,
$9 a cup.
Wad
Cold,
Slayer.
like nitro cold brew, and it had the heavy cream and MCT oil.
Wad Slayer.
It was so good. It was
Yeah.
delicious.
What is it worth? $9? I feel like I could
Well,
recreate
it's
that
at the
with coffee
CrossFit
and cream.
Games,
I know.
Paul. The freaking CrossFit Games.
Well, what I'm trying to say is you need to save your money and not be spending it on drinks.
Listen, Mr. White Claw.
I know. So I found my new favorite drink. By the way, when I first got there, me and Yessie the first day, because we got to see some stuff before y'all arrived, I had a beer. It was a local brewery, so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have a beer, And like, I'm within hours, my little eczema on my foot started to itch. Like literally, it was not even like my mind playing tricks on me.
That's
and that
crazy.
night it bubbled up. It almost has these little like zit things that come up out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just there and then I'm like, I'm done. Like I'm just like this is confirming this is what it is. So then they had these little sparkly drinks called White Claws, and they are basically like soda water or mineral water with some alcohol in it, and they're flavored with some fruit essence or something like that, like a LaCroix, but it's got some alcohol.
Right.
And I fell in love with these things, man.
With
They're
the
freaking
vodka
great.
added.
Yeah, so freaking great. That's my new thing now.
They are pretty good. The White Claw's pretty good. They had another brand also. I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember
the
what the
name
other
of
brand
that
was.
one.
Yeah, I don't
About
think
the
I tried
same.
it. Same thing.
Yeah.
4.5% versus 5%. So White
Correct.
Claw, that was the deciding factor for me.
That's right. How much alcohol can I get for $7?
But we talked about in our responsible drinking, like if you're going to drink, it's best to do it, in my opinion, best to do it fasted because alcohol has oxidative priority. Your body needs to get rid of it. Mm-hmm. And I had maybe 4 drinks a day out there in the sun, hanging out. Four to 5
you feel
or
more when
6.
you're fasted too.
There you go.
So you need less.
I mean, what's the point? That's why we drink, right? to
AKA
get a little
you save
inebriation.
money.
Yeah. We're getting to be efficient drinkers.
No laws with White Claws.
No laws with White Claws. Thank you so much, Erica, for that little quote. I wonder if she came up with it because I don't think I've seen it anywhere
I don't
else.
know. We'll have to ask her.
What else about the games?
We try to moderate sun exposure to the best of our abilities.
Mm-hmm.
We used a little bit of, or Kobe used a little bit of sunscreen, not a whole lot, right? Didn't he? Is
Yeah,
that what he put on his
they
face?
had it on their face. Yes, and Kobe used it on their face.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah, just a tiny bit. But in general, we were just when we'd feel a little hot or red, we'd just cover up, put a towel on, something like that.
Yeah.
And that's being out there
shirt.
for sun shirt. That's being out there for hours, man. We're talking 6-7 hours or something.
I was going to say
that.
we were literally outside
Yep.
every day, almost all day, and nobody sunburned. We had our salve that we put on, our moisturizing balm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so we
And
lathered
Yessie
up every
had
morning
her-
and I think every evening. So Yessie
Yeah.
had her homemade what do we call it?
Yessie homemade rub? I don't remember.
Homemade Yessie rub.
Yeah, homemade Yessie.
Homemade Yessie rub, which if I'm not mistaken, it's like ghee, lard, like some other stuff like that.
I have
some
no
coconut
idea
oil.
what's in there.
So we would put that on to moisturize, and maybe it has a little bit of protection in it or something like that.
Shea butter.
Now what else? So we didn't do any workouts before or after, but we did do workouts because they have all these vendor booths. They have obstacle course. They got the Rogue tent. They got so there's all kinds of places you can stop and just do little things.
You guys stopped at the WIT tent every
Yeah.
morning, just about.
Yeah. What was that?
Kettlebells, pull-ups.
I don't remember that.
That's where you guys stopped and you and Colby actually
Rogue tent,
did
you
your
mean?
stuff. No, that one was indoor. Remember, this one was outdoor. You guys hit first thing in the morning.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, the little thing where they had the no bull shoes and all that stuff. Yep. So we went there. We'd do a little warm up, some stretching, some squats, pull ups, kettlebell stuff. I do some Turkish get ups, so that was great. Set the tone for the day.
Get some good movement in before you start your day.
Yeah, you kind of refused to do any of that stuff for a little bit.
I kind of did. I just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's
I was just
perfectly fine.
listening to my body. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's great. What else? We did. They have a what was it called? True Runner? What was that thing by Assault
Air
Fitness?
Runner?
Air Runner.
Air Runner.
Love that.
Yeah,
that
you
was
did
great.
that every day,
felt
too.
that felt so non-impact and awesome barefoot. I love that. I was barefoot the whole time.
Yeah.
Absolutely every bit of it. So fitness-wise, we do some little stations,
We did
some
a
little
ton of
challenges.
handstands.
Oh my God!
So many hands. We had to.
Handstands. We were handstand celebrities.
We
And
were.
We're not even. Colby's pretty good. You're
Yeah.
getting really good.
Yeah.
I'm not that good. But
I'm not that good
People
either,
were
but
like,
thank you.
we would be set up, and there's a little logo outside, CrossFit Games logo. We do handstands on the logo for no other reason, but it just we're on the logo. So
Yeah.
and then people would stop and just say, hey, I guess we looked like it was something. I don't know what it looked like.
I don't know.
So people would just.
They were like, "Can I jump
Joining
in?"
in.
And we were totally encouraging. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Get in here.
They're looking
It
for
was-
advice,
Yeah, it was
coaching
weird.
cues.
It was weird how people were just kind of.
We were taken away from the main event right
We-
there, which is
we
that
kinda
obstacle
were.
course, man. We had a crowd out there.
You're right. We kind of were taken away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was so fun. Just no
Yeah.
big deal, guys. It's just handstands at the freaking CrossFit Games.
You can
That's
do
it.
handstands anywhere,
You
anytime.
can.
That's one thing I love about working on handstands. Yeah.
And they're fun.
They're so fun.
So fun.
So
That's
fun.
something I never thought I would ever be able to do.
Yeah, we got to make sure that we finish this in time to get in there and do some handstands. All right, so what else? Dun, 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 stayed active. Obstacle course was fun. Me and Colby did that.
Yeah.
Centered my balls on the slide down pole. When I came off, you could see the whole pole shake. I was like, oh my God, that was fun.
You were like, Ashley, get this on video.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the whole way down.
Yeah. Let's see. Last day and night. So I think we've kind of summarized all the living experience. We'd come home, we would just eat the yolk roll and the bacon, throw it in the skillet, sometimes heat it up, have a glass of wine, something like that. Stayed 100% true to everything though. And then the last day, so we had to pack up out of our Airbnb and leave. So the last day we had all our stuff in the truck. So last day, games finished. We got to sit and watch the whole award ceremony, which I thought was so awesome.
The whole entire thing.
Yeah, I was tearing up at that.
That was so amazing.
I don't think we did that the last time we went. So we made a point to go over there and get close.
Yeah.
And then when it was over, we went and sat in the parking lot in the back of our truck and just ate all our leftover cheese and meat and bacon and had some drinks, and that was fun. It's like our own little tailgate.
I'm sure we looked like savages out there just eating, like we didn't have any utensils.
No utensils, bare hands, eating meat and butter and fat and cheese, and just had stuff all over our faces. It was so great.
Yeah. At least we were freshly showered.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, because we showered there. We snuck back in.
Showered.
And used the showers.
And then
came back out.
And then came back out.
And just pigged out.
Yeah, had our mini tailgate. Finished some drinks.
Yeah.
Whatever food we didn't eat, we brought back home.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That was great. You just put it right back in your bag.
Yeah. So that was like 4 in the afternoon. Then we had to kill some time because our flight didn't leave till the next morning. We knew we were going to have to sleep in the airport.
Yeah.
So we went and found a little waterside kind of park area. And then little did we know they were having this little ski formation competition where they had it had to be like 20 to 50 people doing ski pyramids
at a time.
It was crazy. It was so beautiful and amazing.
It was amazing.
And then the sun was setting, clouds were beautiful, little lightning storms in the background. It was just so unbelievably beautiful.
Across the lake, remember, was the stadium the Coliseum that we were at. We were in for the closing ceremony.
We could see the
and
dome
all of that.
There.
Yep, we could look across, saw the big white dome.
What was the name of that lake? I can't remember. We looked it up.
I don't remember.
Mohan or Monana, something like that.
Moana?
Yeah.
Monana?
So that was great. Then
it was that water skiing show was amazing to watch. It was the perfect end.
Yeah.
I mean, and that lake was just sitting there was just beautiful.
Beautiful, completely present with it. Beautiful sunset, and then we had those spiders everywhere, building webs, catching insects. We sat there and watched them catch some insects,
widows.
And I don't think they're black widows.
No.
I think they were called some kind of river spider, but
so many.
That was so freaking cool. And then we packed up and we went to. I wanted to go to a bar. That's the only thing. I wish someone would have had the stamina to be like, yeah, come on, let's have some drinks. 'Cause I would have gone all night. So we went to a bar that was taken over by Rogue.
Yes.
So Rogue had 1 or 2 bars there, and we went in, and I ordered a couple of drinks. I don't think anybody else did. Everybody else just had water and coffee and stuff.
Yeah, Yessie had coffee. Colby and I didn't have. We had water.
Yeah,
we were falling
y'all
asleep.
Pathetic. Yeah,
in the
y'all
bar.
were just
It was 9 o'clock at night. I was exhausted.
I was just wanting someone to join me, but then I gave up after 2.
Well, Yessie was driving, so she had to have coffee, keep her awake. It was getting pretty late.
Yeah, it was.
But.
Yep. So then drove to the airport, and then we just camped out in the airport and slept in the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was it. That was such a good experience. Big takeaways. Ashley, what would you say to summarize our experience, and if we had to provide some helpful advice? What is a big takeaway?
I think the biggest thing, this trip just kind of showed me how stress-free SHT lifestyle really is. I wasn't worried about food at all. I wasn't worried about sleep. I knew I was going to get my sun exposure. It's a whole different world when you don't have to worry about silly little things, spending all this money on food, on garbage food, on how you're going to feel.
On rationalizing all those things.
Yes,
you know?
all those choices. Like, you can still feel so good like you do at home on vacation, because it was a vacation.
Yep. And
It
it's
really
actually,
was.
like you said, it's liberating, because I think a lot of people go into travel situations and it's the opposite. They get stressed out about how they're going to keep it together.
Yes.
And what you find is, if you commit to it, fasting is always an option. So not eating is more liberating than trying to figure out the right thing to eat, right? So fasting is great. And then you just got to figure out like 1 or 2 main meals and you're good to go. You know,
Yeah.
did this whole Airbnb thing, and if not, like if you're out, you know, eat the meat.
Liberating is the right word for sure.
Yep.
I feel, like you said, that people get so stressed out with travel and vacation. I gotta have fun, and there's so much pressure. And it was the exact opposite.
Yeah.
It was freeing. It was liberating. It was just such a great time.
It's a perception thing. You go into, because
Absolutely.
I'd say like so many of my client visits now are like, I got this coming up. Like, how do I work with it and handle it? And it's just a perception and a new thing. So it feels uncomfortable because there's just like there's an unknown there. But you get into it, and the basic rules always apply. Always apply.
Jinx!
It seems like we always finish
Each
other's sentences. Oh my God, we did it again. But yeah, the basic rules always apply, and you're going to feel amazing. And I just like, fasting is always an option. Meat is, were you going to say that?
I was going to say that.
Fasting is always an option, and then focus on the nutrient-dense meat and stuff like that, and you're gonna feel freaking great. You know? Find some time to meditate every day, get some sun, and it's doable no matter where or what you do. It's actually not worth it. It's not worth it to like, I'm on vacation, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm just gonna let myself go, because you're gonna regret it.
Yeah, you're going to
regret
feel
it.
awful.
You want to be as vibrant and clean and clear as you possibly can, so you can enjoy and be present with whatever it is you're there for.
Every moment.
Versus
Yep.
feeling like shit and bloated and tired,
Hungover.
you know, all that stuff. You know,
Right.
because then you're not enjoying what you're there to enjoy.
Right.
Yeah.
It was so great. It was so great.
Yeah, it was.
Freaking CrossFit Games.
Freaking CrossFit Games.
Oh my God.
Good little crew. We had a good time.
Such a great time.
All right, so thank you for joining us on your first ever your debut.
Thanks for having me.
And now you get to go do
Handstands.
no. Well, after that,
Fran.
yes, Fran.
So by PR.
Yeah,
It'll be good.
yeah. Well, it'll be fun. All right.
Yeah.
Love you. Thanks for being on
Love
here.
you. Thanks.
Holla. Oh, wait. We're always used to saying that. We got the phone.
Holla.
Holla.
Yeah.
All right. Holla. I mean, later. All right. Bye. I mean, ends the podcast.
Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, so remember, the purpose of this podcast is to support our SHT community and to be in your ear as a go-to resource for all things SHT.
If any of you have fallen off, if you need support, honestly, just come back and listen to some of these episodes. Get re-inspired, get re-motivated, and get re-engaged. If you're new to us, the best way to get started is by joining our newsletter at sht4life.com.
That's SHT4life.com. And you can also find us on Facebook at Superhuman Transformation, and then on Instagram, Superhuman Transformation, which you're doing an amazing job with.
Thank you.
And then also Twitter, it's SHT4life. I think that's all we got.
See ya.